Welcome back to Elden World. Today, we leave the relatively lush plains of Limgrave and ascend to the rotting carcass known as Stormveil Castle. In nature, a fortress is designed to keep predators out. But here, the predators are the landlords. This architectural nightmare is home to a delicately balanced ecosystem of soldiers, exiles, and things that really should have stayed extinct. But before we can witness the horrors inside, we must survive the entry exam.
Foul tarnished. In search of the Elden Ring. Emboldened by the flame of ambition.
In the animal kingdom, some species have bouncers to protect the hive. Margit is the ultimate bouncer. His sole evolutionary purpose is to beat the enthusiasm out of new players before they can see the bad textures inside.
Someone must extinguish thy flame. Let it be Margit the Fell.
Look at him. He wields a giant wooden cane, which he uses not for walking, but for aggressive spanking. He has a unique hunting technique called delaying the attack, designed specifically to make you panic roll like an absolute idiot. He constantly mutters about putting your foolish ambitions to rest, which is a polite way of saying, refund the game now, you lose.
These foolish ambitions to rest.
Only those who can survive this elderly bully are allowed to enter the castle proper. Most do not make it. Once inside the walls, we look to the sky and find one of evolution's biggest mistakes, the Warhawk. Usually, birds evolve beaks to crack nuts or catch worms. These majestic creatures, however, decided that nature wasn't moving fast enough and strapped literal swords to their feet. Look at this specimen. It doesn't want a cracker. It wants to stab you in the jugular. Some have even learned to vomit fire, proving that in the lands between, even the pigeons are arsonists. They are the apex predators of the sky, mostly because they cheat. Deeper in the dark recesses, we find the Banished Knights. Think of them as the castle's highly overqualified janitors, wrapped in heavy armor and wearing hoods to hide their shame. They spend their days pacing back and forth in dark rooms, waiting for a tarnished to interrupt their brooding. Watch how he moves. Graceful, deadly, completely excessive for guarding a wooden door that leads to a storage closet. When threatened, he can manipulate the wind itself, dazzling display of power that usually results in our camera crew being thrown off a cliff. Magnificent. At the bottom of the food chain, we find the commoners. At first glance, they appear to be harmless, dehydrated raisins. But do not be fooled by their poor posture. These wheezing wretches are actually enthusiastic domestic terrorists. They have developed a fascinating hunting strategy involving explosive barrels. They wait patiently for a clueless tarnished to walk by. thinking the area is safe, before launching a firepot with Olympic accuracy. One moment you are an explorer, the next you are a firework display. But they must be careful, for prowling the dining halls is the Grafted Scion monstrosity. A creature that looked at a spider and thought, yeah, this needs more human limbs. It serves as the castle's population control. If you hear a high-pitched scream, followed by the sound of 20 swords hitting the floor, nature has taken its course. Surprisingly, amidst the blood and rot, we find a family unit. The living jars. Here we find a family of living jars, a mother protecting her young. It is a heartwarming scene of parental love. So naturally, we are going to ruin it. Watch as the Tarnished adopts a bold strategy. Smash the kids first. Look at them pop, like fleshy piñatas. The mother is furious. She charges to avenge her shattered offspring. A noble effort, and she gets absolutely wrecked. It is a cruel display, but let's be honest, they were basically just walking toilets filled with dead people. We did them a favor. And finally, at the peak of this ecosystem, resides the alpha male Godrick the Grafted.
Mighty dragon, thou the true born heir. Lend me thy strength, O kindred. Deliver me unto greater heights. Well.
He is a collector, a hoarder, but instead of collecting stamps, he collects other people's biceps. Look at him. He has more limbs than a millipede, and the insecurity of a middle-aged man buying a sports car.
I am the lord of all that is golden.
In combat, Godrick employs a strategy best described as the human blender. Accuracy is not required when you are swinging 6 axes at the same time. You simply have to become a lawnmower of death. And here we see our Tarnished demonstrating the controversial face to the axe technique. Natural selection is working overtime today. Look at the Golden Lord now, rolling around on the floor like a tumbleweed made of grandfathers. It is completely undignified, and not even effective against our incompetent protagonist. Maybe there is hope for our Tarnished. He is evolving from absolute noob to backstabbing master. But wait, the beast is desperate. What the f***?
Truest of dragons. Lend me thy strength.
When pushed into a corner, he displays a fascinating defense mechanism. He sticks his hand into a dead dragon and uses it as a sock puppet.
Forefathers, one and all!
the lord of all that is golden, and mostly comprised of spare parts. It is as grotesque as it is impressive. Now, equipped with a biological flamethrower, Godrick begins his favorite hobby, arson. He screams, "Bear witness," demanding attention like a toddler who just learned a new swear word. Sir, the only witness here is a guy rolling round in his underwear. Please calm down. Look at the range on that thing. He is no longer fighting. He is simply fumigating the room. Our Tarnished is currently panicking, diving through the flames, rapidly transitioning from hero to medium rare stake. It is a chaotic display of ancient magic and terrible dental hygiene.
I am the Lord of all that is golden, and one day we'll return together to our home, bathed.
Finally, he died as he lived, a loud, confusing mess of limbs that nobody loved. Demigod felled, more like garbage taken out. Leaving the rotting carcass of Stormveil behind, the survivors emerge into Liurnia, a land of magic, lobsters, and fog. We have survived the bouncer. We have survived the birds. But, as we look out over the sunken academy, one question remains. Why is everything in this world trying to kill us? Join us next time on Elden World, where we find out if crabs can be bigger than houses. Spoiler alert. Yes, they can. Till next time, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.